to meet Bartolin. Now I'm scared after seeing all this story. And when I found Bartolin was this guy. This one. I was like, fuck, you know, it's like a lot of male faces in my fucking vagina. So I started to see about the history of Bartolin also. Yes.
因为我在读了这段妇科历史的时候呢，还有读了女性潮界这些资料的时候，就觉得说，我再回头看那个图片，我想说，为什么在我阴道里面要有男人的脸孔在里面？我就觉得非常的生气，非常的愤怒。所以我就决定呢，之后呢，我不想要再把斯基恩氏腺叫做斯基恩氏腺，我应该把它叫做安娜恰腺。那后来呢，我又看到说，那这个巴多里氏腺 （PECHBLENDA 到底是什么呢？所以我就去查。我那时候其实有点害怕，我之后会查到什么资料。巴多里氏腺呢，它的功能是女性阴道的润滑。所以我就在查，我就发现又是一个男人。我想说，我的阴道里面为什么会有这么多男人的脸孔在里面
So what I found, this is not the Bartolin that we have here. But Bartolin was like the third or fourth generation of a Bartolin family. That was an anatomist that very important in medicine, you know. But these kind of things, they were anatomy. Anatomy was opening dead bodies. So for me, it was curious that the lubrication gland was found in a dead body. So it was dry. So it was like, it's strange. Don't I have my gland here, Bartolin gland, but he discovered in a dead body the lubrication. So it was so totally twisted.
那其实刚刚给大家看到那个巴多林的一个照片呢，其实并不是他自己本人，那已经是第3代、第10代了。所以巴多林其实是一个当时非常重要的一个医学世家。那我之所以知道这个腺体，是因为他在解剖学上的发现。我就想说，解剖学嘛，就是去解剖死人，然后去看到。所以巴多林其实是在解剖死人的时候发现这个腺体。我就想说，那时候应该都已经干了，他怎么会发现这个腺体？所以我觉得这诊断历史是一个非常扭曲的历史。
So then, studying the history of anatomy, I found a lot of other stories also, no? One of them is, for example, that in that period, that is in like 60, 100, 70, 100 in Europe, in Netherlands, more or less, Bartolin was in Netherlands. Anatomy is known at the period of the anatomy murders. It's when it says history that the first serial killers were born, because medicine need bodies to study, you know. So they were hunger for bodies. So there's a lot of the first serial killers.
我开始去查了解剖学的历史，那我会发现，大概是在当时解剖学的发展，大概是在16、17世纪的欧洲。那由于是荷兰，巴多林就是荷兰人。那我在查的时候呢，其实发现，其实在这段历史中有很多谋杀的事件。根据历史上呢，也有说，其实有一说在解剖学的发展呢，其实就是造就了连环杀手。因为那时候为了要更了解解剖学，更了解医学呢，其实必须要非常多的尸体。
Yes, and in that period, they say there's like this couple of friends that were Hank and Burke, and they said that they were. The story say that they are the first serial killers in this history, and they have like a little bottle, and all the people that went to the hotel, they killed them and sent them to a doctor. So until there was no more people going to the hotel because the people were disappearing, so they started to kill the mother, the grandmother, the girlfriend, and then they got cut. So, but they were in history like the first serial killers because medicine.
那其中一个历史上有记载的第一对连环杀手就是 Kirk 跟 Burke 这两个人。那他们其实经营了一个小小的旅店，他在研究的时候就发现，就是他其实在旅店住宿的人呢都会被他们杀害，然后卖给医院的医生。那后来大家就渐渐的不去他们旅店，因为他发现去旅店住的人都会不见，所以既然没有人杀呢，他就只好开始杀自己的母亲、杀自己的祖父母或者是自己的女友。后来呢，他会被抓了，但是这是历史上的第一对连环杀手。
So that's what I found in that period also. These two guys, one is Hunter and the other is Smelly. Hunter and Smelly are the fathers of obstetrics. So why they are the fathers of obstetrics? Because fathers. fathers. Let's see if I have the image here. No, I will put it in this.
那后来我在查的时候呢，我就发现了两个男的。刚刚看到那个图片，两个男叫做 Hunter 跟 Smelly， 这两个人呢叫做被称之为产科之父。那我再给大家看一下相关的图片。
So why they are the fathers of whatever of obstetrician of this? Because this is like another. Somebody draw this, but they were making this kind of thing. This image is like a 9-month healthy pregnant woman. So they made for the obstetrics like a lot of drawings, like very accurate, a lot of like a, from 0 to 1 to 9, like healthy, not healthy, like very accurate things. What was discovered later is what they were doing, they were sent to kill women. So they have somebody that will kill for them. So they was like, we need, like a healthy 9-month pregnant woman. So somebody will kill them and take it back to them. So they were killing 4 years, and then the other 4 years they were resting because they didn't want to get caught. So they spent 4 and 4 and 4, like 12 years killing women. So that's why they are the fathers of obstetrics, because they were killing women.
为什么他们被称之为产科之父呢？他之所以称之为产科之父，是因为他们常会有这样的一个非常准确的一个图片。比如说，这一个刚刚给大家看到的图呢，是怀孕9个月的健康女性。他们的图非常的多，从0个月到1个月到9个月的女性都有，健康的、不健康的都有。后来大家才发现，原来他会雇人去杀害他们需要的女性，比如说他会跟人家说，我需要怀孕9个月的健康女性，那么他们就会请别人去杀害这样的一个女性，所以他们就会花了4年的时间呢，比如说雇人在杀别人，后来呢，在4年的时间可能就待在牢里，他们被抓到了，然后这样子呢来回，总共呢12年的时间，他们就在做这样的事情。
So there's when I was more and more pissed off, and I decided to take all these phases of my body. So scanner gland from now on will be an arca gland, and Bartholin glands will be from now on an Betsy glands. So to take up our memory. So in fact, this is kind of a spell. What is a spell? A spell in English, for example, is used like a spell. It's like a hechizo, I forgot it again. When you something that the witches were doing, like something like magic. In fact, I started to look at what spell means, and spell is like when you say words out loud, but also was something that the witches were doing. And also the word glamour, glamour, and I started to see what it was, and it's something that appeared in the book called Malus Maleficarum. That it was a book that 2 Inquisition guys write to kill women. So the church was looking this Malus Maleficarum book, that it was called the Hammer of Witches. So they say that the witches have the power of glamour.
我看了这段历史后，我就越来越生气，我就觉得我一定要把这些男性的脸从我的阴道拿掉。所以从此以后，我就觉得我不要再叫史金恩氏腺，我要叫安娜恰腺；我不要再叫巴多林氏腺，我要叫露西以及贝特西腺，来纪念这些女性。要提到的是spell 呢，它意思呢其实有魔咒的意思，但是事实上呢，另外一个意思就只是拼字，把话说出来，字词的力量。在当时呢，其实，在宗教审判这个时代呢，有一本书是一个传教士写，叫做《女巫之锤》。女巫之锤就是在告诉大家说怎么分辨这个人是女巫，然后把她抓出来猎杀。他就说，所谓的女巫呢，就是拥有 glamour 的人 ，glamour 就是有迷惑众人的力量，或者是有魔法的人。我就查说，到底 glamour 是什么意思？
So I was looking also like Skinner, what that's supposed to mean really glamour, where does it come from? So what I found but glamour came originally from an ancient word from grammar. Grammar is grammatics. So in fact glamour and spell is the power of words, the power of telling things. So speaking, really. So the power of witches were speaking. You know, they were speaking about their bodies, they were about herbs and everything. So what I decided for these changing names of my body, it was this. It's a spell. When I say Anarcha gland, somebody will say, what is that? And I will tell you the story again. So we will have your memory back. So it's a spell in time to take back the memory of this woman that had been like totally like blacked out of her history. So we take out with this glamour, the power of naming, the power of words. So this is a spell, and I hope that you can spell it again.
那我后来发现的 glamour 就是错中了魔法这个字呢，其实它只是一个古字，它的字源就是 grammar， 就是文法的意思而已。所以所谓真的女巫的力量呢，就只是会拼字的力量、话语的力量、字词的力量。所以就决定我要夺回自己身体的命名权。从此以后呢，我要叫的是安娜恰腺。所以我在讲安娜恰腺的时候，别人可能不知道到底什么是安娜恰腺。我觉得重新再带给大家这一段历史，告诉他这是什么事情。也因此，透过这段历史呢，可以去纪念这个安娜恰这个人。这就是所谓当代的 spell， 当代的魔咒。要透过这个智慧的力量，透过命名的力量，让大家重新夺回自己的力量，夺回自己身体的主导权。
So that is most the first part of the presentation, the historical part. Okay, and this is the blog that I have. But then, after that, something happened in the project. In the sense, it's like after this like a historical research, came like a practical project about it. So, I am part of. This is my background, no? Like I came from Spain, this community that I live, and then I have very bad. Okay, this is like the lab that I have that is called PECHBLENDA. That we say, that is an electrochemical trans-hat feminist laboratory. And so then we make a lot of experiments with electronics. We like to make synthesizers, and we also make performance. We work with the core bodies, and we also try to like repairing electronic devices and things like learn from technology. So we were in this context, and we were invited. We were lucky invited to a laboratory, international laboratory that was held in Yogyakarta, Indonesia last year. There when I met my friend there, my dear friend. So that's why I'm here also. So in that, it's okay for you to do that?
OK， 好，那刚刚第一段呢，历史的部分就结束了，接下来就进入到第二段，就是实践的部分。他在做这个之后呢，在做完历史研究以后呢，我就决定要开始做一些实践的一个计划。我先稍微介绍一下我的背景，我是住在西班牙的一个公社里面，叫做 PECHBLENDA 这个地方。那它其实基本上刚刚给大家看到的介绍，是一个跨性别骇客女性主义者的一个社群。那我们在做的事情就是有关于表演、有关于身体、有关于科技一些相关的学习。那我有一次呢，后来我们有一次非常荣幸的受邀到雅加达一个国际的一个全国性的一个实验室来分享。也在那里呢，我认识我的朋友不管义。
So in this event that was covered by bacteria, we were there making other things. We were talking with the river, blah blah blah, all of that. But what we knew there, it was like the power of like a do-it-yourself science, the do-it-yourself technologies. So we saw how like people were making their own labs, laboratories, like low-cost diagnosis, building microscopes from webcams, like a lot of devices, very interesting. So it's like something that opened our minds, and that's where this project came from. After all the history of that, and also because of my personal flesh. It's like I'm like a South American person in Spain. Sometimes when I went the last time that I went to a gynecologist, I was there, with like open legs, with this fucking thing put there, and the guy was making stupid questions like, but you're a squatter, no? But you're from South America. You know that the South American people are more like open, the women are more like, and I was like, what? I just came here because I had an infection, and you're like, and he was like lecturing me, like, but you are lesbian, or you are what? Like all the time, like making me this kind of things, and I was like, make the fucking exam and shut your mouth, no? And when he made the exam, after that, it was like I was waiting for 1 month for the results, and the result seems like something like from like this, and then only the doctor can read it, and you're like a stupid person because you don't know how to read it. You know, it's like kind of what the hell is this? And also after 1 month, I was like,
那我们受邀到那个海资料工作坊，在那里呢，我就发现一些让我大开眼界的东西，比如它有一些 DIY 的一个科学跟科技，可以透过自家的一个实验室，可以自己做显微镜等等的一些技术，我觉得非常有趣。我想说，既然我有这段历史的话呢，所以我应该要开始做一些相关的研究。那当然也是因为我自身的经验，我是南美洲人，所以。但是我现在住在是西班牙，上一次去看妇产科医生的经验呢，其实非常不好。我那时候是有尿道感染，所以我就那时候医生在做检查，拿一个推管就放在我阴道里面，然后叫我的脚打开，就是那个姿势。他就开始问我一些问题，就譬如说，你是就是侵占，就是住在别人那种社群的一个人嘛？那你是南美